You think Elon Musk bought Twitter to save free speech? Think again. While you were distracted by blue check marks and meme wars, the world's richest man was executing the most ambitious media takeover the world has ever seen. This isn't about one social media platform. This is about controlling the narrative itself. From the ground to the stars, literally. From the satellites orbiting silently above your head to the very thoughts forming inside your brain, Musk isn't just building a portfolio of companies. He's constructing a seamless, inescapable empire of influence. And the most terrifying part? You probably cheered him on while he did it. Welcome to the age of the new media overlord. First, let's talk about the Elon you think you know. The genius entrepreneur, the visionary promising to save humanity on Mars, the relatable meme lord who posts funny pictures and smokes weed on podcasts. He's the real-life Tony Stark, right? That's the carefully crafted brand, but his critics paint a radically different portrait. A ruthless union buster who shuts down organizing efforts. A market manipulator who can send cryptocurrency and stock prices soaring or crashing with a single casual tweet. An ego-driven attention seeker who can't stand not being the absolute center of every conversation. But here's the critical truth that both sides are missing. This entire debate is a distraction. While we're all endlessly arguing over whether Elon is a hero or a villain, a saint or a sinner, he has been quietly, systematically assembling the components for something far more consequential. He's building a system for complete, total, and global control over the flow of information itself. The man who loudly claims to despise the biases of traditional media has just positioned himself to become the most powerful media baron in all human history? So, how does someone build a media empire from scratch in the 21st century? You don't build it, you buy the digital town square. On April 14, 2022, Musk made his audacious $44 billion play for Twitter. But let's be clear, this was not some impulsive, whimsical decision. He had been quietly accumulating shares since January, slinking in the shadows of the stock market. He amassed over 9% of the entire company before anyone in the public even had a clue. When Twitter's board tried to fight back with a poison pill defense, Musk masterfully played the free speech card. He framed it as a noble battle against censorship, against woke mind viruses, against the erosion of American values. And a lot of well-meaning people absolutely bought it. But the moment the deal closed on October 28, 2022, the mask came off. Day 1. He instantly fired CEO Parag Agrawal, CFO Ned Segal, the top legal executive. Anyone who possessed the knowledge or authority to potentially challenge him, eradicated. Then half of the entire workforce vaporized overnight in a brutal, unceremonious purge. Then came the final symbolic act, the rebrand. Twitter, a globally recognized name, was erased. It became X. Why? Because X is not intended to be just another social media app. It is designed to be everything. Banking and payments, private messaging, video shopping, breaking news, a single, all-encompassing application to rule them all. Understand this fundamental power. When you own the platform, you own the algorithm. You alone decide what trends on the national stage, what news gets amplified to millions, what dissenting voices get shadow banned into oblivion. Musk himself introduced new, vague policies stating negative tweets would be max deboosted and demonetized. This is corporate newspeak for a simple, chilling reality. If the system's algorithm decides it doesn't like your opinion, you are rendered invisible. You are speaking into a void. So while Musk's supporters celebrated him as a champion of free speech, he was, in reality, constructing a system of information control more centralized and capricious than anything that existed before. And when the company's valuation subsequently imploded by over 55%, a loss of $19 billion. This wasn't a business failure, it was concrete proof. But controlling a single app, no matter how large, that's merely level 1. True world-altering power comes from controlling the very infrastructure of the internet itself. Enter Starlink, a constellation of over 6,700 satellites swarming in low Earth orbit, already serving millions of users across the globe. To put that in perspective, that is more active satellites than most nations have launched in their entire existence. On the surface, it sounds like pure altruism, right? Bringing high-speed internet to remote, underserved villages and communities, but this creates a terrifying precedent. When a single, unelected individual controls this level of critical infrastructure, he effectively controls what you are allowed to see online and what you are permitted to do. Now, dominating social media and owning the satellite internet backbone are revolutionary leaps of power. But why would a mind like Musk stop there? Why not aim for the ultimate prize, controlling thoughts themselves? Enter Neuralink, brain-computer interfaces. The company has already surgically implanted its device into human patients. The official public relations line, it's for miraculous medical breakthroughs, helping paralyzed individuals communicate, but Musk's own stated, long-term vision travels much, much further. He talks of achieving symbiosis with AI, of preventing humanity from becoming utterly obsolete in the face of artificial general intelligence. Simultaneously, Musk launched his own artificial intelligence company, xAI. Its flagship product is the chatbot, Grok, programmed to be witty, rebellious, and willing to break the boring conventions of older AI models. And crucially, it is deeply, inextricably integrated into his X platform. But controlling the channels of communication and even the human mind is not, on its own, enough to secure lasting dominance. You must also capture political power. His company xAI secured a $200 million contract with the US Department of Defense. His aerospace company, SpaceX, is already a primarily federal contractor, receiving billions in government funding. And during the pivotal 2024 presidential election, Musk publicly and powerfully threw his immense weight behind Donald Trump. He used his ownership of X to algorithmically amplify pro-Trump messaging. He hosted live, unchallenged audio decisions that reached millions. Following Trump's victory, Musk was reportedly even offered a formal role within the new administration, a proposed position leading a new Department of Government Efficiency. That specific partnership eventually fell apart, but the underlying message was sent and received perfectly clearly. When you hold the keys to satellite networks, advanced artificial intelligence, and the world's digital public space, you no longer need to lobby politicians. Politicians now must lobby you. You think a simple man, even one as brilliant as Elon Musk, built this sprawling empire entirely on his own? That's a fairy tale. Standing behind him are the most powerful financial giants on Earth. So while the public persona of Elon Musk is a rebellious outsider entrepreneur challenging the system, the financial engine of his empire is fueled by the very largest, most entrenched institutional asset manager on the planet. He provided the visionary drive and the technical execution. They provide the virtually limitless capital and the political cover. And together, they are meticulously assembling a modern-age information monopoly. What we are witnessing is not an endpoint, it is merely the beginning. We are seeing the early foundational stages of a comprehensive system, where the flow of all information, basic access to the global market, and eventually even human cognition and thought could be managed, influenced, and controlled by the very small, interconnected group of technological and financial elites. You demanded absolute free speech? Here's a platform where one man holds the ultimate veto power on what speech is free. You begged for better, faster internet across the entire planet? Here's a vast satellite network, wholly owned and operated by a single corporate entity. You desired enhanced intelligence and connection? Here's a sleek brain chip that comes with its own set of proprietary terms and conditions you must agree to. And while the entire user experience is designed to feel like ultimate freedom and empowerment, what you are actually subscribing to is a system of ultimate control. It is the most sophisticated, seductive, and dangerous kind of control imaginable. So yes, Elon Musk is the charismatic, controversial face of a new empire, but the real enduring power behind the throne? It is older, it is quieter, it is far more patient and dangerous. In our next investigation, we will pull back a heavy curtain on the true architects of this system, the trillion-dollar asset management firms that effectively own your house, your car, your retirement fund, your smartphone, and increasingly your government. Because if you believe that one man's media empire is a concerning concentration of power, then you are utterly unprepared to learn who is really pulling the strings. We will see you for that revelation.